What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Runewords Reimagined, the show where I give absolutely zero Fs if you don't like anime, because I happen to like it. So F you all, because I really don't care if you don't. So Wings of Redemption, you can go and fuck yourself. Anyways, we have 4 different Runewords to go ahead and go over today. I know what you're thinking. That isn't that many Runewords. No, you're right, it really isn't that many. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So this first one is going to be for a paladin. Now, I suppose you could use this with just about any character. Me personally, I'm probably going to go ahead and use it for a paladin. But let's just go ahead and get it created, and then you can decide on your own whether or not you want to use it for that. So what you will need for this is an IO rune, you need a Tur rune, and you also need a shell rune. Let's go ahead and put those in here. We got our IO, we got our Tur, and we have our shell. And now we have Holy Tears Scepter. When you make this, you are going to be getting 16% chance to cast level 9 Fist of the Heavens on striking. You're going to get 40% increased attack speed, enhanced damage, 35% bonus to attack rating, 300% damage to demons, plus 5 to zeal, plus 3 to charge, paladin only, slows target by 35%, 10 to vitality, 2 to mana after each kill, and then some other stuff on here. It's ethereal, yada yada, but that's just because it was ethereal before I even created the thing. Now, if for some reason you don't know what Fist of the Heavens is, it is basically the penultimate ability for your paladin if you are using lightning damage. Now, this will give you a chance to cast it, but that doesn't mean that you can't continuously cast it anyways. So if anything, this is just going to be able to make it so that you can cast Fist of the Heavens and continue to hit things, and Fist of the Heavens will continue to strike anyways until you're at the point where you're literally seeing lightning bolts go everywhere. That combined with a 40% increased attack speed is pretty effing great. And I know it's probably mean at this point, but yes, I said that it's great. Sorry, I don't know what else to say. These are the kind of things I say, guys. Blah, 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 talking about nothing. I know you guys just wait for me to go over the next one, so you're probably just going to go ahead and skip ahead, and no one's really even listening to me right now anyways, but who really cares, because I'm doing what I want to do. Because it's my channel. So, I also want to point out that you will get plus 5 to zeal. So you could use this also on a zeal paladin. I could see people doing it like that. And then this way you could actually just gain access to Fist of the Heavens without actually having to put points into it, which would be pretty damn cool. You also get that slows target by 35%, which is relatively high for a rune word, especially one that you can put on at level 35. Don't really care about the vitality on this one. And the damage to demons is cool, but still, you know, I mean, it's only going to work in certain scenarios, so I can't really sit here and say that that's the best thing ever in the world. Now you also get plus 3 to charge, but I don't know about anyone else, but that doesn't really tickle my fancy, I guess you would say, because I don't really think I need plus 3 to charge. I would rather sit in the back and just keep spamming Holy Bolt, but that just happens to be me and my playstyle. I could totally understand why other people would not want to play that way, and if that's you, then more power to you, and you have fun with your charge build. I've never really seen one before. I'm not saying they don't exist, but unless you have a specific circumstance for charge, I don't really see people getting much mileage out of that. The one thing that I think might be overlooked about this, though, is that you can equip this at level 35, and as far as I remember, you can only get Fist of the Heavens starting at level 30, which means this is actually 4 levels above, right? Is that right? About 4 levels above what you should be able to achieve with Fist of the Heavens. I mean, that's pretty cool, unless it's different. Maybe it's about 3 or something like that, or higher levels of Fist of the Heavens a little bit earlier is what I should say, which is pretty cool, and that can definitely help you make it through, I don't know, Nightmare. Probably get through Nightmare, start Hell a little bit using this, especially with that slows target by. So yeah, it's a decent weapon, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to use that unless you had something better, in which case go for it. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. This one is going to be known as Madness, and this one I'm actually making for my Barbarian because I'm doing that whole playthrough where I'm trying to make it through the game playing as a Barbarian using just strength, but I'm quickly realizing that it is pretty doable, so I'm kind of debating whether or not I actually want to finish that video series. I think I do, but I mean, they were doing that even before Diablo 2 Reimagined. Someone said that in my comments, and the further I get into the game, the more I think he might be right. Sorry for kind of going off on a tangent there. That's just kind of what I do. But anyways, I'm thinking about putting this on that Barbarian, and I think you're about to see why. So all you need for this one is an IO rune, you need an Eth rune, and you also need a Dull rune. So let's go ahead and put our IO, our Eth, and our Dull And here we go. We now have Madness. You can put this on at a much earlier level. I just happened to put it in this item right here, which has a level requirement of, I think it's actually 60, so it might have gone up a little bit. And that was strictly because I just wanted a little more defense because I am in Nightmare right now. But let's just go ahead and read these affixes and see what we get, shall we? We get 12% chance to cast level 16 Terror on striking. You get 9% chance to cast level 5 Confused when struck. You get +1 to all skills, 15% increased attack speed. You're going to get 15% faster block rate. You're also going to get 10 to Vitality, 41 to Life, Replenish Life +7, and Regenerate Mana 15%. Now, for the build I am using now, let me preface this before I even go any further, because I'm gonna pretty much just be talking about this item with the build that I'm using now, not necessarily what would be the best case scenario for somebody who might want to use this and when they might want to use this. So I'm just gonna start off from the bottom pretty much with the Regenerate Mana 15%. I don't really care about that. Currently I'm like just strictly using Bash. I don't need mana whatsoever, and I haven't even put any points in the mana. I think I only have like 63 mana points right now, or some itty bitty and inconsequential like that. Now, Replenish Life is something that I need, which is partially why I'm putting this on. There are other items I can use that it's going to give me more, but I'm trying to basically stack Replenish Life anywhere that I can in pretty much any single item that I'm wearing, because I'm really gonna need that to be able to smash through and finally get past Nightmare. Now, it's also going to give me 41 to Life, 10 to Vitality, which is pretty damn nice. I'm also gonna need that a lot with this Barbarian playthrough that I'm going through. The faster block rate helps me, the increased attack speed helps me, and the +1 to skills. Now, I wish this was a little bit higher, but I'm not gonna complain about it, because obviously I can make other things that are gonna give me more 2 skills. Another thing I'm noticing in that playthrough is I think I'm gonna have to do some farming for skillers, and I'm gonna have to do even more farming so that I can make better rune words that are gonna give me even more +2 skills. Because at the moment, it's feeling like I've kind of plateaued, and I really need +2 all skills as much as possible, or plus the Barbarian skill levels, either or. So I do wish this was more, but I will take 1 for now. Since they're gonna give it to me anyways, I might as well just enjoy it. All right, so here is the part that I am embarrassed about. Because if you have been watching this channel for any period of time, then you would know that I absolutely hate knockback with a passion. It annoys me because anytime I hit something and there's knockback on an item I'm using or on an armor or whatever, and the monster gets knocked back, I have to go and run and catch up to him and then try to hit him again. I don't like that at all, but I really need it for my Barbarian. So this 12% chance to cast level 16 Terror on striking, and the Confused when struck, although no, this is not knockback, in my mind it works basically the same way, aside from Confused, because Confused is going to make them attack other monsters as well, but Terror is going to make them run in fear. But unfortunately, that is something I need, because there is a lot of moments where I am just completely surrounded on all ends by enemies and I do not want to die. So I'm actually planning on using this because I need them to run away from me so that I don't get mollywopped. And now my mercenary is pretty decent and relatively strong. My mercenary is just not strong enough to be able to give me enough of a buffer there when I'm in the middle of a pack of monsters to stop them from just completely obliterating me. So I actually really need this level 16 Terror on striking right now, because I need the monsters to give me a little bit of breathing room so that way I can actually make it through Nightmare. So that is why I'm actually using this. So yes, I am using something that I do not want to use, but I actually have to. Now, if you are wondering what level you can actually make this rune word at, it's actually 35. So if you're level 35 and you want to make this, I get it. Plus, I can't really think of any rune word for an armor that's going to give you +1 to skills at level 35. So I suppose that alone makes it worth it, at least until you find something better. There are set items and there are uniques that can give you +2 skills, but I'm pretty sure there's no armor rune words that are going to give you +2 skills this early on in the game. So for me, it's worth it because I get the +2 skills and I need the 16 Terror and 5 Confused when struck, because that's really going to help a lot. So if you're a melee character, maybe some kind of paladin or something, I could see you using this. You know, even a freaking assassin, I could see them using this. Although they're usually like want to go in there and just start hitting everything as soon as possible. But if you're like, maybe if you're kind of pushing up into later parts of the game and you haven't really prepared yet, then this could be something that would actually help you with that and help to keep you alive. So, I mean, there are a lot of instances where this could be relatively good. I'm not saying it's bad. It is pretty good for the level. I will say that. It is pretty good for the level that you can equip it. So I could totally understand if you're somebody who wants to utilize this. But enough about the barbarian. I'm sorry, I kind of went off on a rant there. But let's just go ahead and move on to our next piece. So this next rune word is actually rather interesting. This one is known as Question. Now for this, you are going to need a Ko rune and a Nef rune. Let's just go ahead and get these runes in there, and then I'll explain a little more afterwards, because I think you might be a little surprised unless you've already heard of this. So there we go, we got our Ko and our Nef, and we now have Question. So this one is going to give you the dreaded knockback that I don't like, but I will admit would be good for the barbarian I was just talking about. Now I know at first that this one might actually look like it is overpowered AF, but it is not as overpowered as it might seem, because as you can see, all of this is based on character level. To strength, dex, vitality, energy, extra gold, better chance of magic items, everything is based on character level, and I made this on a level 99 character. So no, it's not going to be that strong if you make it and you're not level 99. Let me look up here when you can make it. I think it's level 30 something. Yeah, okay, so you can make this at level 39. Now the cool thing about it is it's going to level up with you, which you definitely have to love when any of your items actually like evolve with you as the game is going on. Now if you're a level 99, that's a lot, man. Every single one of those is amazing, bro. Like extra 74 to strength, 74 to dex, 74 to vitality, 74 to energy, even at level 99 is still gonna be a huge boost in power. Now you can put this into a sword, so you could have put this into a one-handed sword. So if you're doing some kind of weird crazy build, I know there's a lot of theory crafters out there, so I could see someone utilizing this. Let's say you're a double swing barb or something. You could wield this in each hand. And I mean, that's a lot of strength, dex, vitality, and energy, my guy. Like, let's just take a look really quick. See how much this is gonna bump up my character just in terms of life alone. So I'm 820 right now, right? For my life, and that just sent me up to 968, which means you're gonna be pretty damn close to 1100 or more if you were to have this on both hands, which is just incredible. And I could definitely see there being like these weird builds out there that would love to do that. Not to mention the extra gold, and you know, the magic find is also great. And if you've seen any of my cube crafting tutorial videos, you could actually see that there's other stats that you could put on top of this to make this even better. So I do like this rune word, and I do think the word question is appropriate for this rune word. So let's go ahead and get to the last rune word of the day. And if you're anything like me, you've been looking at the Cham and the Vex and the Low over here and being like, holy crap, what is that gonna make? Well, this one is known as Broken Promise. So first up, you need that Cham rune, you need a Vex rune, you need an Am rune, you need a Shell rune, and a Low rune. And I'm actually planning on putting this on my mercenary. Now, I hate to say this because this is another one of those items that just has not been updated yet. I've heard that they're hopefully going to try to fix that, but it looks like it'd be a huge undertaking to actually fix all of these weird percentage glitches. It's because this increases near dusk is going away. Like all of those affixes are going away. You're not going to need to worry about that. Just pretend that it's not there, because once 2.0 comes out, all of that has been just completely deleted and just yeeted out of the game. So just ignore that. I don't know if that means they're gonna actually replace it with something else, but if they do, I will definitely let you know, because I'm sure I will find out once I start playing it. But until then, just ignore that for now. So let's go on with everything else. So you're going to get an 18% chance to cast level 18 Bone Spirit on striking. You're going to get +2 to all skills, 20% increased attack speed, enhanced damage, 297 to maximum damage. That's based on character level, so that it would be at level 99. You get 7% mana stolen per hit, 7% life stolen per hit, 20% deadly strike, freezes target +3, and -5% to experience gained. So I think you can see why I would want to put this on my mercenary. I'm not saying you couldn't use it like if your spear is on or something like that, and I'm not even saying it's a bad item whatsoever. This is actually a pretty badass item, and I really hope that when they do take that top affix out of there, that they replace it with maybe just a flat chance of crushing blow, because I think this would be really good for your mercenary, and I think it might be better than obedience, because in my opinion, at the moment, I prefer obedience over almost any other rune word for my Act 2 mercenary. Let me look that up for you guys. I think I have it over here. Okay, yeah, so just for the reference, okay, just to understand exactly what I'm talking about, we have Obedience, which is actually going to give you 30% chance to cast level 21 enchant when you kill an enemy. It gives you enhanced damage, faster hit recovery, 25 to enemy fire resistance. You're going to get a 40% chance of crushing blow, which is something this has on it. Oh man, it'd be great if they gave this 40% chance of crushing blow. I would love that. You're also going to get plus to defense, all resistances, requirements -20%, 10 to dexterity, -25% to target defense, 10 to strength. So reading it again, let me look at this again, because we do get 20% deadly strike. It's kind of a toss-up, but not really. I do think I would have to say that I believe obedience might edge it out just a little bit, but I could definitely see why somebody would take pause and actually try to think about this, because what are the pros and cons here, right? So this one's going to give you +2 to all skills. Obedience does not, but obedience is going to give you resistances, and this will not. I don't really care about the -5% to experience gained, and the freezes target might compensate to an extent for the -25% defense. So I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty good. I like that this one has the 297 to maximum damage. What is the max roll on obedience for enhanced damage? So, all right, so the max roll for obedience's enhanced damage is 370%. I think that is a flat rate for obedience. Let me look at Broken Promise and see what the roll rate for that is. I want to see if it's higher or not. Okay, so it looks like Broken Promise could actually get you up to 400% enhanced damage, which I mean, obviously I didn't get the max, but I did get relatively close to it. And 189 to 711 damage to me seems like a lot. Now, I guess obedience is way cheaper than making Broken Promise, and again, I apologize, because I know that there's going to be those people out there that are probably screaming at the screen being like, oh, you know, put it on my Spears on, or some other build like that. Hell, there might even be someone who's like, hey man, I'm gonna put it on a Barbarian, because some people be doing that, man. I don't know why, but they do, you know. But anyways, you also get this 8% chance to cast a level 18 Bone Spirit. So yeah, man, I think I would use this over obedience, which I feel like is a lot for me to actually say, because, like, full disclosure, I actually like obedience on my mercenary, and until this very moment, I never really considered putting anything else, except for maybe Infinity or something like that, onto my merc. Yeah, because I mean, Infinity gives you the Conviction aura, and it also gives you the, what is it, level 21 Cyclone armor. Something like that. But so Infinity is still pretty good too, but you also don't get any plus the skills on that. So I'm sorry I'm going on and on about this with the mercenary, but it's just because personally I don't really like playing as an Amazon to be 100%. So I can't really see myself using this on an Amazon. I just don't like spears that much. So in my mind, it's instantaneous. Oh, this could be on my Merc, which is why I'm talking about it. Guess I should probably shut up now. And with that, I might as well just go ahead and end the video. So thank you everybody for being here. You go ahead and enjoy this last little bit here at the end. Please like and subscribe if you like this. We're finally getting pretty damn close to the end of all the rune words. And yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Probably just continue with my iceberg videos and the challenge playthroughs, and then the set items. I still got a bunch of set items I need to go and find, and I am looking forward to the release of 2.0. So hopefully that'll be soon, and I can start playing that instead of Diablo 4, because it seems like absolutely everybody hates Diablo 4. And even like popular streamers that I watch that play Diablo 4, even their streams aren't even doing that great right now. And I think that really has a lot to do with the fact that most people are pretty much done with G4, which is understandable. I still enjoy it, but to each their own. Anyways, everybody have a great day. Take it easy. I will see you guys again. Thank you for spending time with me, and late. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Runewords Reimagined, the show where we go ahead and explain to you every single rune word that has ever been created in the history of ever, all on YouTube for your enjoyment. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Runewords Reimagined, the show where I try to do the intro as fast as humanly possible without having to take a breath. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Runewords Reimagined, the show where I take the time to meticulously break down the entire Star Wars saga from beginning to end.